just
Okay,
doing the series
are live. So I wasn't gonna take the stream live just yet. Wait, what happened here? Why are there 2 foxes?
Because
my
got
computer
kicked.
decided to go.
You need to get that fixed because it messes up my internet too.
Boy,
it hasn't happened in 3 weeks. So,
well, now I get to reset all these cameras.
It's okay. While you're doing that, I'll just sit here drinking coffee out of my Zale mug.
I don't know, new Sam. Do you have an advertisement? Oh shit!
Dude.
Well, see, okay, nobody could see the Zale mug because I had to reset
Oh,
all
right.
the cameras.
No, the cameras are all gone. Okay, well,
Yeah.
you get
That's
to hear
awkward.
everybody ooh and ah at it, but you don't actually get to
Let's see it again. I want to see it.
Come on, camera, focus. There we go.
Give me a
There we
second.
go.
Come on,
Let
camera.
me.
Yes.
Where
It-
is Zoom?
Oh
Pretty
wait, can't.
good.
Oh god. Oh god. You can't see my mug. There we go. Cheers to our Gibbering Mouthers mugs.
You're all.
I need to like I need to get a mug or something now too.
All right, Fox, give me a second. I'm going to put your camera up first.
Yeah, I'm gonna add. I'm gonna change it to Destiny Forge.
So you can go ahead and show everyone the new mug now.
Let me adjust my autofocus here so it actually. There we go. Okay. Come on, camera. There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I need my own one. I need my own mug.
Just
Yeah,
the mug that says roll for initiative on it.
I'd like
Rocks
at
fall,
some
everyone
point-
dies.
yeah, I was about to say, I think it should be everybody's character and then a boulder above it.
Yeah.
Just like me maniacally laughing behind a giant boulder coming down to crash at your faces.
I'd like at some point to actually have character specific stuff on our DBH store because
Yes.
like what Lacey did, I just threw this on my own DBH store so I could get it. But I'd like to put actual character and DM specific things on the store.
Well, like I mentioned before too, I want to make keychains of all of our characters
We need
and sell
we
those.
need a Where's Tickles t-shirt. Because
That can
And
be
it's just like a rat tail going around a corner.
yeah,
it can be a limited run thing because right after that we also need to make the Hey Elric shirt.
hey Elric set me on
We've
fire.
been needed that one for
Oh
for
my god, I
years.
know. Hail set me on fire. Cause
So chat, welcome on in. I apologize for having to do the cameras over again, but we had a crash during and I am on a brand new PC, so
Yay, new PC hype.
oh yeah, new PC hype. This
New
thing
PC who dis?
this this thing is a wonderful beast, to say the least.
That rhymed.
Yeah, it did. I didn't mean it to rhyme, but it did.
Can't take it back now. It's on camera.
Yeah, but yeah,
Somebody's gonna clip it.
I've been having a blast with this thing, and I realized that I have forgotten to get all the captures and everything set up before the stream, because I was still used to having OBS and everything set up on the old computer. So that's why we're a little behind that in work, which, you know, I can't really help.
This is
That's
the story.
okay. It
There we
gives
go.
us a little bit of extra time, or I should say, gives me a little bit of extra time to put all of you on the spot with a question.
Okay.
I don't like the question.
I'm thinking about doing a one shot in December in the world of the Tuesday campaign.
Okay.
Would any or all of you be interested in playing in that?
I have to say,
You
it's a
included,
requirement.
Rogen.
It's a requirement that everyone
Yeah.
here has to play in it.
I'm in.
You
No,
include.
I might be busy.
Doing what?
Don't lie to us.
I can't lie to you guys.
I mean, if anything, it could take the Tuesday slot.
I don't know when in December. I haven't thought that far ahead. But
is it
I've
a
been-
Christmas one shot?
It is not a Christmas one shot, but it is it takes place in a very heavy winter. So
I will
there's
tell you.
that, at
I will
least.
tell you right now. A certain turtle dad will be making an appearance.
Nice.
Toga!
Toka will be
He's
making
gonna
a comeback.
die in the snow. It's just like water, right?
Oh man, can I bring Ichi right back for a fucking guest appearance?
Oh my god.
Rock him, sock him, punch him.
Well, here's the thing. Do you want us to do our Tuesday characters or make up new characters for this one shot?
That would be entirely up to you guys, because the way that I've been kind of formulating this in my head is it would be taking place in the world that this campaign is, but on a different continent at the same time. So if you wanted to use your current characters, whether it's A team or B team,
I would say make new
you could make up a
characters.
reason.
I would say make a let's make new characters for that.
I have billions of characters. Might as well use one for the one shot.
I only have one character everybody loves, so that's what I'm gonna be playing.
Turtle
I
Daddy.
mean, I could always have Snit make a guest appearance.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
But all the cameras are set. Mags will be joining us later. She is running behind, doing her own adulting, so we'll see her in a little bit. But for everyone else, things happened last week.
Yeah,
Nothing happened.
things.
We got 2 new friends. Ravenslark and Shadow Fox
Hey,
have joined
Well,
us.
friends-
we don't know that they're friends.
Friends is a strong word, sir.
Hey, Rose tried to make
we
your
don't-
friend.
We don't toss that word around lightly in this party.
Hey, no, Rose. Okay, they're at least drinking buddies with Rose because Calderos can hold his own.
One of them.
And Tyrus drinks it like downs it, and it goes down so like a toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
But yeah, so you guys ended up escaping the mental prison after a rough fight with a trapped wingless void dragon that almost destroyed a couple of you.
No, it was fine.
Ash kind of caught a couple of solar flares to the face.
Like
Dude,
me
but
slam
But
dead.
but did I die?
120-foot fear aura is
Yep.
bullshit.
You know what?
And you know what?
No. That's how
I
it should be, because
I
that is
bet
Dragon
you-
Lance. That is Dragon Fear. Every dragon should have that.
I bet you that was fucking Merles who did that shit.
Oh, you know it. No. That's the Void Dragon is Kobold Press.
Oh,
The
that's,
Void Dragon
'cause-
is Kobold Press. The thing
Oh.
is I'm one of those people who believe that all dragons should have a natural fear aura about them. Dragon fear should
but
be a
That's
thing.
true.
120 feet. Holy fuck!
Most of it is if you see them, you're afraid.
Damn, that was rough. I was 2 rooms away and still fucking scared. I couldn't get closer. Like that was nuts.
But thanks to a couple lucky rolls, you guys were able to survive, and you were able to escape out of a mental prison that you once thought was a soul forge.
Which we thought was us in the streets of the city being brain eaten by fucking mind
Yep.
flayers.
But instead, everyone fell through a gateway after picking up one of the Kamiruska port gems that was inside the dragon. You came back and you landed in the suite area of the Blind Mice Tavern, only to learn that the events at the pet shop and everything had yet to happen.
Means they don't have a fucking Displacer Beast kitten.
Yeah, you don't have a
That
Displacer Beast kitten.
That is bullshit.
The
I want
hyenas
my
are
Displacer
the
Beast.
hyenas are not there. But though somebody did travel with you, and that was Jalokia, who is kind of having an identity crisis at the moment because for all intents and purposes, he should not be there.
Yeah, whatever. He just needs to accept that this is his reality now.
Pet Heist 2 and coming, yeah, pretty much. But everybody convened downstairs. They what is this? No, I don't need to look at that. Made some plans for the next day, kind of, sort of. just getting a grasp on reality once again, and retired for the night.
And
Ash having her hobo snack again,
her hobo snack that she actually drank dry this time.
not being able to resist it, not being able to resist her vampiric nature due to all the stress and everything she's been through recently, drained the guy to a husk, and then began to hear voices inside of her head that I sent a message to Zorro last week that was only for Ash's ears, and then she kind of curled into a ball and started rocking around as the voice just began to continue to torment her.
Fetal position. Fetal position.
Leaving her with a final word before we went off last week of, when they come, all you need to do is let them in.
Yeah, which we don't know, but it's total bullshit.
When
we get
when
to
we will pick up right after that happens on the same night as Ash is in her room rocking around. About an hour has passed. Everybody who was downstairs has began to clamber up to the suite level of the Blind Mice Tavern to get some rest. Calderos is completely passed out on Molly's bed, armor and all, face down.
Oh, I didn't make it to the bed.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to say that Calderos is kind of like, instead of like face down on the bed, he's kind of like face down with like his arm on the bed, and just like his face kind of like, his face is kind of crooked, and he's kind of like pressed up against the nightstand.
Molly's gonna have a lumpy rug in the morning.
In either hand are still, two of the bottles that he took with him.
So there was a few things that I was doing before the night was out.
Yes, you both of you had been investigating items for an hour, and I told you I'd let you know what they were when you came back this week.
Yep. The other thing that I wanted to do after that investigation had concluded was trying to remember the timeline here now. So this is the night of the first day in Kamirasca, right?
This is your first night. This is the night that you, like the group and Jazzy, made it into Kamirasca through the smuggler tunnels.
Okay, so this is then after we were given our disguises, but before we went out to the pet shop and to the curse lady.
You were not given the disguises. This is the same night that you got there.
This is like we washed up on the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
did we receive the disguises on the second? I never wrote it in my notes if it was first day or second day.
It was the second day, because you were told to go into the closet and pick disguises out for yourself.
Yep.
Okay. So I will make a mental note then for tomorrow to go see Blacktooth to get that disguise, because I still have a curse that I need to remove, I guess, since we did that on the second day.
It's not there.
Nani?
The curse is not there.
Your bodies went through the time.
Interesting. Okay.
And now you're back.
In that case, is Rose still up and downstairs, or has she gone upstairs?
Everyone has clambered upstairs. Like, you've spent some time up there, and now you're just like heading on back up to the suite. Not really needing to head to bed unless you wanted to, but it's kind of Blacktooth has given you the whole, you can't go home, but you can't stay here. You don't need to go home, but you can't stay here talk. Gotcha.
Okay, so I'll go find Rose in the morning then. On the way to my room, though, I would like to try to find out which rooms Caldros and TUES, is that how you say it? TUES. Find out which rooms they went into.
Okay. Well, since TUES is with you guys, you may just see where he's going. But with Calderos, you can go ahead and give me a survival roll. See if you can catch his scent. Even with him smelling as strongly as alcohol as he probably is at the moment, you can't really get a scent for him.
Okay. I guess we have to do this the loud way then. I'm going to, as I go down the hallway, open each door that I pass by and look inside.
Okay, so are you starting on the left or are you starting on the right?
I will start on the left.
Okay, so first room that you would open up is Rose's room.
My room is locked.
So you come to the door and you turn the handle, but you're met with resistance.
I'll press my ear up against the door, see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Nothing really, though. Rose, you see, for some reason, Zale being a little bit snoopy at the moment.
I hear the stomp, scratch, stomp?
Oh no! Before you're even able to make it to your room, she's kind of like gone to your door and started like jiggling the handle, and she pushes her ear against the door.
I'm gonna shadow step to the other side of her.
Into your room, or just like right next to her?
Right next to her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like I'm just gonna like lay up again. Oh, I can't shadow step in this fucking hotel.
Actually, you can.
Wait, what? I thought the magic rooms and shit stopped all the magic stuff.
That was in our heads.
Funny how mind fucking works, isn't it?
Oh my god, I hate this.
So you attempt to shadow step, and then like you think, oh god, I'm not going to be able to, and you kind of like shadow stumble, kind of off balance, as you feel that familiar touch of the shadow road just carry you towards Zale.
I play it off like
you totally meant to do it.
Yeah, like I totally meant to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. What's up? Hey.
I'm sorry. Is this your boom, Rose?
Yes. Can I help you?
No, it's my bad. I'm looking for the two newbies.
TUES is still
I have
with you.
no idea where they went.
Oh,
Kieran.
Kieran pops up out of your arm.
Right, you have that magical rat.
It's not a rat. He's an ethereal hamster.
I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, he's a squirrel.
Ethereal squirrel, hamster, squirrel.
Both of you were wrong, but okay.
Well, because he's slightly purple, so he looks like he's part of the Ham team.
Jesus.
So I'm like, the two new ones that are with us. Can you do mommy a favor and find them for me?
And you see Kieran kind of like poke his head out, and he just points his finger over to TUES, who's kind of like waiting at the landing of the door as he's looking around the room.
Well, that's one. Where's the other one?
Just shrugs.
Well, go look for him.
And just gives a salute and jumps off your arm and just begins to like hop through areas and everything looking for him.
And Rose just like goes, well, there goes that one.
Handy trick.
And you see him pop into Ash's room, and he kind of pops back out. He's kind of got like a disturbed look on his face as he begins to start doing this, like motioning for you to come here, and he's pointing at the door.
Okay, I go over to Ash's room.
Ash, is your door locked? Did you lock your door, or?
Oh yeah, I did.
Like I knock on it. I'm like, Ashton, are you awake still?
I don't answer.
I pick her lock.
Give me that lockpick roll.
As soon as I hear her like rattling through the lock, I'm gonna lean up against I'm gonna run over by the door and go, yes?
Are you feeling okay?
I'm just I'm just really tired.
Well,
I have a bit of a headache, so I'm just gonna go to bed.
are you sure?
I'm sure.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, you can.
I have to make a deception check.
You can make a deception check as well.
I sent you something on Discord, Rojan.
Alrighty.
Oh!
Damn, son.
All right, they're set to 21 deception. I don't see an insight roll from
I
Dang.
got an 18.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh
see
yeah,
it
it didn't
either.
pop up.
I see it on my screen.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't see it on mine.
Yeah, neither do I.
Dude, I can clip it. I'm looking at it right now. Like Zale continues
I
going door
believe
to
you.
door.
We just can't see it on
We
our
can't
end.
see it. No, okay,
Huh.
so as much as you want to go in and see if she's okay, you kind of believe that she just has a headache. Given the fact of all of the nonsense that you have all been through this past day and a half, you know, you kind of understand that she may be working off some mental baggage at the moment.
Well, if you ever need to talk, you know where my room is. It's always open for you.
Thank you.
Zale, like you walk on by that, you go to the next room and you just easily open the door. It's already kind of swung open a bit, and you could see Calderos just like crumpled on the ground with one arm on the bed, face pressed up against the bed, the nightstand next to Molly's bed, and like a bottle just in each hand, snoring rather loudly.
I'm
Like
going
I
to
would.
slip inside the room and shut the door behind me, quietly shut the door behind me, and approach this fellow and start rifling through his belongings. I'm looking for anything on him that may identify who he is or who he may be associated with, where he comes from, just anything that might explain what this person is doing here and whether or not we can trust them.
Okay. You can give me an investigation roll, but if you're going to try to roll him, I'm going to need a strength check.
Did we catch their names?
Yeah, they gave you their names. Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So let's do the investigation first. He's face down, right?
Face down, and he's in rather heavy armor.
So I'd probably roll him over first and then do the
Mhm.
investigation.
Like you grab him, you begin to try to like roll him over, but the half plate that he is wearing is kind of like keeping him. The combination of his half plate and his dead weight are making it a bit of a hassle trying to get him over.
And I will only rifle through the things that I can reach.
Okay, you can go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Do you
All right.
touch my butt?
Things near your butt? If so, then yes.
So you do find that that aside from his weaponry, it seems that he has a bag on his hip. A simple bag. Or it looks simple enough anyway.
Bag of holding.
I swear to God, if you keep a cursed bag on your hip, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to reach into the bag
Okay.
and just start pulling stuff out, looking at it. Not like throwing it around everywhere. I'll put it back after I look at it, but just any sort of identifying pieces of information.
Rojan, if you go into your DMs, you'll find that this bag is a mimic.
Oh, God. At
So-
least it's not a bag of devouring, though.
You reach in and you begin to like try to feel around, and you don't find anything.
It's an empty bag.
Like your hand goes in, you feel no bottom, and you could definitely feel like this fuzzy feeling that there's something in there, but you can't pull it out.
It's Ash that had the bag of holding in the party, right? She was
Yep.
the first one to get one. Okay, because she's talked about it a number of times.
Bags of holding have an interesting security feature to them, to where if you don't know what's in there, you can't pull it out.
Yeah, and I believe she's mentioned something to that effect before, where she like thinks about the item, and that's how she retrieves it, or something like that.
She has mentioned it before, because when Tickles mentioned she was going to try to steal like something out of Ash's bag, and I'm like, you don't know what it is, so you can't pull it out.
I don't remember this, but go on.
This was a while ago. Yeah.
With that in mind, and having no idea what is actually in this bag, I'm going to think about various things. I'm going to think about parchment first and see if anything happens. I'm then going to think about the word document or something like that, and see if anything comes out, or going through the vocabulary list like that.
All right, I'm gonna
and if I get nothing, then
I'm gonna have to look at Calderos's character sheet here to see if there's anything like that. Like his bag is literally empty.
He has the basic like Dungeoneer's bag at the beginning.
Like,
I'll tell you what I've got.
If I'm going off of his equipment inventory here on his character sheet, the only thing he has is his half plate, his shield, and his sword.
I've got 2 healers kits, 2 grappling hooks, 2 daggers, and 1 poisoner's kit. That's it.
I'm going to stare at this passed out, full-plated drunken guy with a very intense look of confusion for a solid like 3 or 4 minutes.
While you're doing that, what did you get for investigation? You know, the way that he's landed and everything, you can make out like the way that his head is and everything. It's kind of like ruffled his cowl. You notice that a part of his ear, and it's kind of a bit longer than what you would normally expect from those around you.
Does he smell like an elf?
Not specifically an elf you're used to.
Can I turn his head in a way without breaking his neck? So I can
appreciate that.
Thank you for
good look
specifying.
at his
So look at the
face.
shopkeep and how that turned out.
Thank you for specifying.
Hey, he fell off a ladder. His neck wasn't snapped.
Okay, so
Well, his neck was snapped, but because he fell
you
off a
see
ladder.
that he's got like a half mask on, and like the rest of his head is like covered by this cowl, but with like the way that he's laying, you can see like a strand of like silver hair and part of like an elongated ear.
Can I pull the cowl back and pull the half mask down?
You can attempt to. Calderos, you like with that Constitution save, you're going to start being like disturbed. Your slumber is being disturbed at the moment as you feel like a pair of hands on you, like kind of like slowly tugging at the half mask and like pulling your cowl back.
Is he rustling at all, or is he still perfectly still?
Zale, you hear a
I know that sound. I'm going to step back. In fact, I think at this point I'll probably just kind of creep out of the room. I've pushed my luck a fair bit here.
Okay. And as you leave the room, you hear a very audible noise of Calderos vomiting up the large quantities of alcohol that he was drinking previous to his slumber.
He'll be fine.
I will wait at the door outside for Molly to show up. I'll tell her she doesn't want to go in there, and that she can just share my room with me tonight.
Okay. So while all this is going on, Tyrus, you taken in the sights. What are you doing?
Is there a spare room?
There are rooms in there. There are multiple rooms in there, enough for everyone, and then some.
Okay.
There's a semi-empty bedroom now.
Sorry.
If there, I don't know the layout. Is there like sort of an end of the hall?
Yeah, there is.
End of the hall on the left.
Okay. So like you're into the hall on the left. Zale is pretty much into the hall on the right.
Yeah.
All right. So and you walk by and you can see as you're walking through this large golem constructed of large iron rings that have been fastened together into joints begins to hover by you, and it doesn't really seem to pay you any attention aside from like a very polite nod as he keeps going along. Quests and cliffhangers, thank you for that raid. Raiders, welcome on in. Can we get some love in the chat for our wonderful raiders for tonight?
Welcome.
I'm gonna put some displacer beasts in there too, if it will let me. Wait, I'm one of the moderators and I have to agree to the chat rules.
New PC.
Sure.
Who dis?
Yeah, new PC who dis.
New PC, no cookies.
Cookies.
Quest and cliffhangers, how was your guys' stream tonight? And is the this heavy golem just hovers on by you. You come to the end of the hall into your room, and as you open it up, you notice that it's rather spacious. It's got a large floor poster bed inside, a small basin off against one wall to wash yourself and everything. It's got its own like version of a mini fridge. Like if you were to look inside, there's like a small keg of ale, just in case you need a drink at night. And then next to the large bed, you see a small nightstand as well.
Well, I'm gonna go in, shut the door, and prop my shield up against the inside of the door.
All right, and you take your tower shield. Are you putting it underneath the door handle?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you know you've had experience of this before. You just jam that thing in there, to where the only time that somebody's going to be able to break this is if they just go through the door themselves.
And I'm just gonna make
Vampires.
myself cozy.
All right, Tickles.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
What is Tickles doing? Because if I remember correctly, Tickles was going for a walk.
What was she? Yes, she was. That's right. She was.
Yep.
After she was done with her dagger bullshit, which I'm still waiting on.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, I will send you. I could tell you right now.
That's fine.
The dagger itself is a normal rusted dagger,
Oh darn.
except when dealing with mind flayers.
I kill mind flares. This is great.
When you strike a mind flayer with this dagger, it will do 1 point of damage, but they have to make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail, they are stunned and stupefied for 1 minute.
Define stupefied. Like just dumbfounded, or is it just like
Confusion.
Yeah, they're pretty much stuck under the confusion spell.
okay?
So kind of,
let
you
me-
remember how Zale was kind of like stumbling around and doing nothing against the Void Dragon? That
Yeah.
dagger will allow you to do that to them.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this in my just my items list for right now. So
Used
Okay.
against anybody else, it's just a rusted dagger.
Well, I got the
So,
greatest dagger in the world.
I give you 1d4 of tetanus.
Oh no, it's just one HP of damage.
Oh, okay. I'll give you 1 HP of tetanus. Yeah.
So she
I'm
is.
sorry, you guys can hear the dogs in the back. Somebody's coming home, so they're freaking out.
That's okay. Bark, bark to them too.
Bark, bark, bark.
Orcs. So she is going to go out. And did she at the time? Did she see Rose kind of do her weird little stumble?
No, because you left, like everyone was going upstairs.
That's
You
right. I
decided to
left.
just
Okay.
leave the Blind Mice Tavern.
That's true. So she's actually just gonna go to where she was meant to do last time. She's heading to
The pet store.
the pet store.
All right, so Tickles, you begin to walk along the streets of Kamirasca, and as it's a little bit different than you'll remember, because when you stepped out on the streets for the first time, or how you thought it was a nice, comfortable midsummer day. But when you walk out at night, there's a bit of a nip in the air, almost as if it's the dawn of winter. As you can see, everybody is walking along and they're bundled up in their coats, couples arm in arm walking down the streets. Everyone, like some people walking along, they've got, warm mugs of cider and other liquids, picking them up at the stands. And it strikes you a little bit odd because winter has passed. You know this because you spent a majority of the winter up in Fellock in Ash's family's estate. But as you look up, you can see like a shimmer of a borealis like fly overhead, almost in like a dome-like fashion, as small sprinkles of snow begin to descend upon down into the city.
Is there like I don't know if they even have these, like a newspaper stand or something?
Not really. The town has like criers and stuff like that.
Is there a crier boy?
Not at night, no.
At night, okay.
But there are numerous people like walking arm in arm and by themselves. And even though they're in these warm coats, they are very like extremely lavish and bright and colorful, and still peacocked to all extreme.
Okay. She's still confused. She wants to do something later, but she's still going to be, what she's doing is straight to the pet shop.
Okay. And you begin to go straight to the pet shop, ducking through a couple people, a lot of them not really paying you much attention as you come up to most of like their knees or their hip, being the ratling that you are. And you come to the cul-de-sac where you would expect to find the destroyed ruins of a pet shop after accidentally liberating every magical beast inside when you thought you were there before. But there before you stands the cat's paw, though a little less extravagant than you remember it.
Interesting.
Like the outside looks just like a basic shop. You can see that there are a couple cats and like a small pen of dogs inside one of the display windows. When you look in, you can see that Jeremiah is back there behind a counter a little bit ways inside, and it looks like he's putting up a bird cage. but you don't see these large magic pens that you previously had witnessed before. You don't see any dinosaurs walking around, nor displacer beasts or hyenas that have wicks of fire coming off the tips. For everything that you see, it just looks like your basic run-of-the-mill pet shop.
Is the store open, by the way?
Yes.
All right, she's just gonna go in there and just kind of just look around a little bit more. Like she's still confused. She's like, this is weird.
Right.
And she's used to weird. Like she does weird things, but it's more of it's not her weird.
This is not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you walk in, there's a small chiming bell, and Jeremiah, still the fire ganassi that he is, turns around. He gives you a friendly smile and nod as he finishes hanging up another bird cage. And he turns around and he like dusts his hands off. It's like, Miss Ratling, how can I help you? Welcome to the Cat's Paw. Are you looking for a pet? Or are you looking for, and I mean no disrespect, food?
That's the first everyone's ever told me that, but thank you. I'll happily decline that second part. I'm just searching around. Damn it, Fox. Sorry. Fuck. But thank you. And we'll gladly let you know if I can find anything. And she's actually just going to kind of. It's really nagging at her at the moment because she's not used to this. Is anything in the store which is just out of the ordinary that's not supposed to be there?
Not really. Like
Really?
you see small glass cages where he's got a couple lizards and salamanders, a couple birds. There are even a couple small terrariums with spiders in them. But you don't see the large spined mace-tailed dinosaur that you and the group had to subdue when you were in that whole mine scenario. You don't see a pen of a mother displacer beast and her brand new displacer kittens. There's no back secret room where a fairy dragon is being held hostage. The shop itself is probably like 10 times smaller than you imagine it. It doesn't go expanse on for miles. You don't even see a room that's marked aquarium.
Oh, odd. So she's actually going to go back to Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to ask him, excuse me, do you happen to know the year or the month that we're in a way? They have that here.
Well, winter just ended. Winter didn't just end. We are in the dawn, almost going into summer. If I'm remembering my seasons correctly here. You must be confused by the snow outside.
I am, yes.
That is the dome around the city. It acts as sort of in artificial environments that the mages who control them can change the weather at will.
Okay. So with that information and going through the past previous months, it's safe to say that we are in the same.
You are definitely in the same time of year. It's just that the magical dome, the protective dome that surrounds the entirety of Kamiroska, is also controls their weather as well.
All right. So she knows she's not going crazy, so she's not in a weird time loop thing. That's safe. She'll thank him, and since there's nothing in there that's gonna catch her eye anyway, she's actually gonna leave the store. If I remember correctly, from I guess the other Kamiraska, there was a shop for rings.
Yes, a shop that is called All That Shimmers, but that shop is currently closed.
That one's currently closed. She's actually gonna reach in her bag. Does she still have Jeremiah's ring?
No, you do not.
Not have Jeremiah's ring.
You do not have Jeremiah's ring.
Huh. So she would have to say, huh, it was an illusion. And she's actually gonna head back to the inn unless something else bars her way. But
Give me
she's
a
gonna
perception roll.
God damn it. Perception?
That's what I
Can
said.
I do my passive perception?
Nope.
Damn it.
Nope.
Okay. Anything
Wait, what?
anything that distracts her?
Well, that's why I'm telling you to give me a perception roll.
I just did.
I don't see it.
Oh fuck, you too? Okay. Mine
Okay,
said
so-
18 out of 13.
Yeah, I
So-
don't see it either on mine.
Oops. That page is closed. For refresh your pages.
All right.
You may need to do a page refresh or log back in. I didn't mean to refresh my page. I just hit the one of the side mouse buttons and it made my thing go back.
Okay, now mine just disappeared. Well, that was freaking weird.
But you said the roll was what?
18-13.
18-13. There's nothing really on the streets that catches your eye, though. You notice that as you're walking along, every now and then you just get this feeling that something is watching you everywhere you go. Like there's even times that you duck behind like a stack of boxes or dive underneath the cart and you wait there and you're perfectly hidden from sight. You are like with the shadows using your abilities, but you still feel it on you.
Can I use my spyglass?
Sure.
Okay, I use it.
All right, and you begin to look around, and all of the walls, the floor, the stalls around you, and even the dome are just illuminated with eyes.
I am creeped out. We're not in Kansas anymore. Okay.
And they all just blink in unison.
That's so creepy. Can I use my knife to stab the floor?
And you stab the floor, just tink tink.
Damn it. I love everyone saying Gary. Okay. It's time to tell the others I need to get out of here.
And like as you're looking around and everything, you stab the floor. You just hear in your mind, "You cannot escape my sight, rats."
Oh yeah, and who are you?
I know all of what's going on in my city.
Gary, is that you?
I know nothing of this Gary.
Well, sounds like Gary to
But-
me.
I'm going to make you a deal as I've made others a deal.
I don't like deals. They usually never go right.
Your life has been a confusing one. Always searching for reasons. I actually need to pull up your character sheet for a second here.
Why are you pulling up my character sheet? That's not good.
Do something for me, my dear Alora.
Don't say my name. Thank you.
And all you wish to have and all you wish to know will be yours.
So what is it that you're offering?
I just typed it to you because I'm not going to spoil what it's offering
Whisper.
or what you have to do for it.
Oh God, it got two of us. Oh God.
So
All you need to do is when they knock, let them in.
The fuck?
let who in?
You will know.
Now that's not very nice because I don't know who it is.
You will.
No, I won't. Are you going to talk to in my head again when they knock?
No, you will know. Just trust me.
You know, you're making no sense here, Mr. Eyeballs of wherever the heck you are.
You will know. And as
Stop
it says
saying
that, all of the eyes just close and they're gone.
Don't you do that to me. So she's going to contemplate this. And, you know, she's still heading back towards the tavern. And she doesn't like this. She does not like being watched. And she still feels like she's in a cage.
And every time you begin to walk by people, every now and then one of them looks at you dead in the eyes and just whispers, "Let them in."
What the fuck?
As soon as someone said that, I shoot it.
Oh my god!
Okay, make an attack roll.
Tickles will never learn. Never,
Nope.
ever learn.
Oh my god.
The tickles hello, yeah, exactly.
You just hear somebody in the inn hears Caldross mumbling, "Where's Tickles? Where's Tickles?"
Yep. And then as Caldos is probably like saying where's Tickles, everyone hears a very familiar gunshot go off outside. And then there's just panic in the streets as everybody begins to like run and scatter. And we're gonna take our first break here. I did not expect this. I should have.
God damn it.
I should have expected the Tickles hello.
I thought she
Every
was gonna shoot
time-
the eyeballs. I was
Every
just waiting
time
for
Tickles
that.
goes off on her own, somebody gets shot.
Or something gets lit on fire, let's be honest here. But yep, so stick with us, guys. We will be right back. We're only take about 5 minutes to get up and stretch your legs, and when we come back we'll find out what exact trouble Tickles has gotten herself and probably the rest of the group into.
Tickles are-
bring deceit, yeah. And in our shallow pursuit of truth, we lost ourselves. May the storms gather, may the cinders roam. Those that will die will still remember.
All right, we are back.
I didn't do it.
I mean, you did.
I said hello.
That needs to be a shirt. It's just a picture of a gun and like a bullet riddled target. Just says the Tickles hello.
Well, I'm glad to know that everyone likes what my characters do.
Pickle says hi.
Groudon's character is our merch character.
See, perfect. Works all out. I'll come up with ideas
So-
eventually.
As everybody is upstairs, you know, either getting ready or like just laying down, a gunshot rings out. Like probably about 20 feet from the entrance of the Blind Mice Tavern. But you all are familiar with the sound of the celestial pistol.
Except for the two new people.
Raven was
We
muted.
heard that once already.
Yep. Tickles.
That's what
Yes.
started the last problem.
You fire the gun and it hits this elven looking gentleman dead in the forehead. But the moment the bullet hits it, his body sort of like twists and morphs into this like dark purplish color as a screech is let out as it just falls to the ground for a moment, convulsing, and then you see its head sort of pop open and this like brain with legs just fall out dead.
Brain with legs?
Yes, a brain with legs.
And
And then your gun begins to twist and morph as it absorbs the elements, as multiple tendrils begin to wrap around the barrel of the celestial pistol, and back near where the hammer is at, an eye opens up as it is now going to do psychic damage.
Okay, so I now have psychic damage. Can I also do like a...
You could give me an Arcana check for that.
That's what I was going to ask. Tickles don't know squat.
No, not with that.
Yeah. So she's going to be like, she's going to look at her gun like, huh, and just walk back to the tavern.
And you notice that people aren't really screaming that you shot this person. It's more that they turned into this thing.
Oh, well then. It's a good thing I did a good deed for this town. Yoshi.
I meant to do that.
Meant to do that, see? All right. She's just going to leave.
All right.
Have a good day.
So as all that is happening, Polished Cryptid, thank you for that host. What are the rest of you doing when you hear that very familiar gunshot go off in the streets?
Did I hear that?
Give me a wisdom check. No, give me a wisdom check. Let's see if your drunkenness allows you to hear the gunshot.
Okay.
Just a wisdom check, or say that's fine. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it. It kind of like jostles you a bit from your drunken slumber.
The rooms have windows, right?
Yep.
I'll lift my head up, and do I see? I guess the next question would be: do I see anybody else reacting, running out to meet this?
I don't know. What are the rest of you doing?
I think Zale is
She's gonna leap from the balcony again.
she's laying in her bed and she knows. I feel like at this point she knows what the Tickles hello is, so she's waiting. There's a second shot, then Tickles is in trouble. If it's just a single shot, then she's just saying hi to someone.
Great.
I mean, you're not
Either
wrong.
way, that's not good.
You don't hear the second shot, but you hear panic in the streets for a moment as everybody's screaming and fleeing from the scene.
Okay, well, I don't think a 10-foot knoll is going to help calm anyone, so I'm going to stay inside for now.
Okay. Anyone else?
Am I on
I'm-
the correct side of the building or the wrong side of the building?
You're on the wrong side of the building. The correct side of the building is where Zale is at.
Hmm.
That's why I asked if Zale was going to jump from the balcony again.
Ash is in another mental state right now, so she's just ignoring it.
All right.
Like, I don't hear a thing. I don't hear a thing. I don't hear a thing.
Rose,
If
what
I
about
don't-
you?
Rose. Well, Rose is actually trying to finish up working on her shadow puppet.
Okay.
So she sends Kieran out to take a look and see what's going on.
All right. You're going to ask something, Raven?
If no one else, if I don't hear a whole pile of people running down a hallway, I'm going to assume everything is okay.
It's
Yeah,
just
same
par
here.
for the course. All right. So Tickles,
Yes.
you walk back into the Blind Mice Tavern. As soon as you get in, you're met with
Blacksmith.
Rose's
Oh,
electric squirrel, as he's just sitting there looking at you. He looks at you and just begins to walk back upstairs.
I follow the squirrel
All right.
upstairs and I call for everyone.
How do you call for everyone?
We got a meeting now.
Family meeting.
Family meeting, people.
I'm gonna poke my head out of my door and just kind of call back at her. Did you kill someone?
Yes,
Are
You-
we in
you hear-
immediate danger?
we already have been in immediate danger.
All right, I'll get dressed. She shuts the door again.
wait, does Zale actually care about getting dressed?
Well, she doesn't know what Tickles has gotten us into. So if there are people going to be like barging in here coming after Tickles, she wants to at least have her armor on.
Oh, okay. She means dress for combat.
Yeah, yeah.
There will be the loud sound of a tower shield being scraped across the floor as I move it back.
And not too differently from that, you hear half plate armor scraping along the floor, and then you just see my head pop out the door. What?
Is there like some water like on the
Yeah.
table somewhere?
Now, he threw up on himself. So do we see that?
It wasn't on myself. I was face down, and Fox had just turned my head, so it was off to the side.
Yeah, okay. So you were laying near a puddle of your own vomit. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure some of it's on you somewhere.
Oh yeah,
No, like when
probably,
that door opens, you can smell it coming from the room.
Oh, I recognize that smell.
All right, where is everyone? Where's Ash?
I don't come downstairs.
Or out of your room, because he's upstairs.
Oh right, yeah, no, I don't come out of my room.
Because remember, the suite's got its own little common room.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, I'm still in my room, pinning
Tickle-
myself up against the front door or the bedroom door.
Ash, come out here. Are you dead? that was a stupid question. Are you half alive?
Not now, Tickles.
I'm gonna need you to get out of there.
You don't hear anything.
We're not where you think we are.
Still locked up in my room.
Okay.
As I come marching
I
down the
aim
stairs,
at the
that
door
seems
lock.
to be like
Son of a bitch, Tickles! Goddamn!
What did you expect?
What did you pick the lock or shoot the lock?
I shoot the lock.
Roll me an attack.
I just did. Oh my god, did it just fucking do it again? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Let me do another freaking roll. Refresh first.
I don't know what's up.
Yeah,
I rolled a-
sometimes
I
works
rolled
and
a
sometimes it doesn't.
16.
Okay, okay. If you rolled a 16, everyone hears the gunshot go off. But
Does that hit me?
as it goes off, you hear almost like a screech of fear fly out of the gun as the bullet flies towards the lock and just blows it off of the door as her Ash's door just kind of slowly swings open.
Anyone else not want to be out of the rooms?
Well, I mean, I don't really want to come out until you're finished shooting.
Well, I'm done shooting, unless anyone else is not coming out.
I will actually peek outside of my room, and you see a very upset Ash, and she just looks directly at you, Tickles, and probably for the first time since her house, when people were messing with her family, she has a very similar look in her eye, and she's just glares. It's like, Tickles, don't you dare do that again. I need to be alone.
And
Now
Tickles,
that I've got your attention,
when she's yelling at you, a bit of light like goes into her room, and you could see like the back part of her wall. There's just covered in blood the phrase "let them in" repeatedly written across it.
you've heard him too, haven't you?
Leave me alone right now, Tickles.
No, this is important because he spoke to you and he spoke to me.
Who?
Who's the one that keeps saying, let them in?
I don't know.
Exactly. So come on out here so we could talk.
And I go to the bathroom and lock myself in the bathroom.
I'm going to shoot the door again.
All right. So Tickles, you walk into her room, and like every inch of that room, floor, ceiling, walls, you just see "let them in" written around, and you see like a dried up husk of a human like just crumpled on the floor in one corner.
My God, woman, what did you eat?
Tickles, leave it alone.
I can't leave it alone. It's apparently dead. You sucked the life out of it.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Of course, there's a freaking,
Dude,
let them in.
Dude, I'm a boss. Thank you for that 100 bits.
Hey,
Get some
welcome
love in
back.
the chat for dude, I'm a boss. How you doing, dude? And Tickles, Ash, both of you here. This is not the time to argue amongst yourselves. I've given you a choice for
Yeah,
a better
well, I
life.
refuse.
I am sad to hear that. And I'm sure Cheeseburger will be sad to hear that as well. Ash, my offer still stands for you. Just let
Now,
them in.
we don't hear this, only them two, correct?
Yep. Just let them in. And your boys in Turok are yours.
Ash, don't listen
You
to him.
will have nothing
Just leave me alone.
but happiness and peace in your life.
Just go away right now.
Refuse and I will ensure they never exist.
All right, so is her screaming like?
Oh,
just
you
go
can
away?
hear it. You can hear her screaming this.
Poor dog.
Is that Ogren?
Yeah.
Okay, like, what the hell is that noise?
He's setting the mood.
He's snoring.
he's
Oh,
it's cold. His nose is a little stuffy.
all right. So Rose steps out of her room because she's never gonna get any work done in her fucking shadow puppet with all this noise going around. So she steps out and she sees like the smoking, like, you know, the smoke remnants coming off of Ash's door, and she steps in and she sees this like
Dude, I'm a boss. Thank you for gifting that sub to Rosa. Get some love in the chat for that gifted sub.
All the love, yeah.
All the love.
So she sees that shit, and she's just like, bloody hell. And is it does it look like someone like scrawled it on the wall?
Oh
or,
no,
like,
it's legible. It looks like somebody took their time and wrote this.
and it's not hallucinatory, right?
No, it's there.
Alrighty. So Rose goes over to, I guess, wherever door Tickles is out of, with like her like tentacled shotgun aiming at it.
Is he right next to the mic, babe?
No, he's not. I'm gonna mute.
Ogren providing the creepy sound effects in his creepy room.
You just hear let them in.
So
Rose like just puts her hand on Tickle's barrel and she just moves it out the way. She's like, there's no need for that. Ashton, love, we need to have a talk.
Everyone just go away right now. I don't want to talk.
I'm gonna stand up. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw. See if you can stand. Give me a Constitution check. See if you can stand at the moment.
Bad time to be drunk, man.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You can you pull yourself you pull yourself up to your feet.
And I'm gonna am I able to be force myself to be coherent?
You're coherent enough to be able to move. Like the combination of you vomiting and the time that's passed, the alcohol has worked through your system.
Screw it. I realize this is a pretty bad situation, so
all right. You touch your chest, and all of the negative effects of the alcohol are purged from your body.
And I'm gonna go over to Tickles and Ash, and I'm gonna do a quick religion check.
Okay.
To see if I know anything about what I'm saying.
Ash is behind a door.
Ash behind a door.
The doors. Well, okay.
No, she went to her bathroom door. Okay,
but still, the room.
With your religion check,
probably not.
It's kind of reminiscent of a haunting. With the voices that Tickles and Ash are hearing, and the blood on the walls scrawled with mysterious messages, and the crumpled husk of a body over in the corner. You've seen this before, and it's almost reminiscent of hauntings.
Okay, I'm gonna kneel down in front of Tickles, real serious, not being aggressive, but serious and calm. Tell me everything you heard.
And I will phrase what I've heard, a voice in my head that wants me to do the deed. I don't know if I should pop that question there, Rojan.
That's up to you.
Fine. It wants me to kill the knoll. Wants me to kill Zale, and it will fulfill my deeds of some kind. Keeps saying my name and everything else, and I just tend to refuse. But it looks like that it's getting to Ash really well, to whatever her past is.
Divine sense. Do I feel evil presence coming from anywhere?
Like the whole fucking city.
Probably.
like your eyes melt out of your head.
I also tell him that the walls have ears. The walls have eyes. Legit.
And they blink.
So no, seriously, do I feel any serious evil from anything in the immediate vicinity?
Muted, Roger.
You're muted.
What is the like? Pull up Divine Sense up onto the screen here. Like, click on it so we can see the spell description of it. You can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You don't really detect anything of that nature.
Okay. So
Oh, my mistake. You detect a celestial right next to you.
I'm going to be taken aback by that a little bit.
I forgot the pistol.
I'm going to look at
Oh my god, I was like, who's a celestial? Oh.
I'm
Right.
gonna look at Tickles' gun. Look at Tickles' gun. I'm gonna say another time. And Tickles, do you mind? Put my hand up.
For what?
I think I might be able to help.
Tell me what you're gonna do.
I think this may be a curse.
Oh, wonderful. I'm cursed. So is Ash.
We'll get to her in a second. I'll deal with the
Which
one that I can
curse?
touch.
No touching in the no-no spots.
I won't. I'll just put my hand on her shoulder and cast Remove Curse.
Okay.
On Tickles?
Yes.
Tickles, you feel no different. There's not even a shimmer of light that goes around you. It's just spell is cast and you don't feel any different.
Didn't work, bud.
Would I have known in casting that if something had taken?
Yes, normally there would have been some sort of visual effect to show that a curse would had been removed from the person you cast it on. It's just your hands began to glow for a moment. You touched Tickles, and then there just was nothing.
Okay.
Tickles,
You,
you hear?
you
Tickles,
already told this thing that you refused, right?
Tickles, you hear in your head, you're not cursed. Simply chosen.
Chosen for what?
Okay.
That's up to you. Do as I
Eh.
ask. And you can have whatever it is you want.
I'm not killing my friend. That makes no sense for anything that is chosen.
Who said anything about a friend? I just said the knoll.
Okay, which knoll then? If not the knoll that I only know.
You know another,
I don't know another.
You do, you know Yith.
don't you?
Oh, no, I am not killing him.
I can give you an army.
No,
Mechanical
need an army.
Steves.
Now Tickles stops to think.
You're legit.
We don't need an army. We have a Hulk.
We have a Tickles.
It's an army of mechanical Steves.
uh, as much as I'd really like that, no. Okay, what benefit do you need for me to kill Yith?
To fill a prophecy.
Oh shit.
He's already infected.
Yes,
Soon,
but-
he will be one of my children. I just need you to kill him first.
Now that makes no sense. If he's almost yours, then why do I have to kill him for him to be yours?
Why, indeed.
Makes no sense. You people and your freaking lich crap. I don't get it.
And you're lich crap.
Yep.
And pans over to Dice, who wants to
hear
be a
lich
lich.
crap.
Yeah, you hear lich crap.
What are you guys into?
We're here to save that one's boyfriend, husband, whatever. What do you call it, Zale?
Mate.
Mate.
What do you call
Thank
it,
you.
Zale?
Thank you. Mates, because they're under a wonderful, what do we call it? Some kind of project for him
They're
to go.
trying to force him to become a yith, a lich.
Yeah.
No, I'm
They
trying
want
to
him to
force him to
become a
become a yith. They're trying to force him to become a lich.
So yeah, there's that part. And now whatever the heck's in my head, and apparently hers, because she's going crazy for some reason.
You guys, my head is down, and maybe Tickles is the only one that has a direct eyesight because of her stature. But my head is down towards the ground right now, and you just see like a light start to leak out from the eyes of the mask and from beneath the mask. Well, Tickles would only be the only one to see beneath the mask, but just a
What do I see?
bright golden light starting to crack out.
Can I do a nature check?
Are you activating your flames right now?
No, I'm trying
Okay.
to hold them in.
Oh, okay. So Tickles, as you stand there and you watch Calderos begin to like emanate this light, you begin to feel like this low heat begin to emanate off him, almost to the point to where he starts to become uncomfortable, like you're too close to a campfire.
So she's just gonna back up, but then she's gonna be like, raise his gun, be like, "What are you?"
Do you know what an ASMR is?
I don't know. Do I?
Give me a religion check. I don't see it.
Oh my god! I hate roll 20. Fix your shit. I got 16-7.
Okay, a 16. You do know what an ASMR is.
Okay. Yes, I do.
That is what I am.
So you're an ASMR. Wonderful angel is what people would call you guys.
Nobody would call
Rose,
me an
Rose,
angel.
Rose groans. She's like,
Okay,
She's-
fine, angel.
All of a sudden,
not
through the
really
door,
a-
you hear Ash humming in the arms of an angel.
Not now, Ash. This is a serious moment.
While those two are talking to each other, can I slip away?
Sure. Where are you slipping away to?
Downstairs to Blacktooth.
Okay.
I saw that.
I saw a deception at 24.
Stay right there, Zale.
The deception doesn't see anything.
Oh shit! Fuck.
Deception is
perception.
lying.
I'm a. I meant perception. Fuck me.
All right, Zale. So you slip on downstairs. No, I'm not giving you the perception roll.
Damn it.
You're up. You guys are like, I think the only one who would probably see Zale slipping downstairs is Tyrus, because everyone else is in Ash's room trying to coax Ash to get out of the bathroom.
Iris is still
Are they though?
standing by the stairs with my tower shield firmly in front of me so I don't get shot.
Yeah, so Zale would walk right by you and start beginning to go downstairs. You walk down and Blacktooth is behind the bar again.
I have need of a disguise.
I would say so.
Do you have one on hand?
Oh, you wanted one from me. I can whip one up for you tomorrow. That's not a problem.
Do you have anything more immediate?
Well, I mean, we can throw a cloak over you.
I
Why,
suppose that's better than nothing.
I would suggest going out right now. The Blue Boys are out. Apparently somebody got shot about 20 feet away from the tavern, and some sort of creature fell from its head.
Well, I haven't heard about the creature part, yet, but I do know that someone did indeed get shot, and the one responsible for that is upstairs right now.
The rat.
Mm.
I had a feeling about that.
So about that cloak.
Yeah, it's over there, and he points, and it's just like there's a very large cloak hanging off of the side of the what do you call it? One of the coat hangers.
I am going to grab that cloak and throw it on, and I'm going to do what I can to cover as much of myself with it as I can. So if anyone wants to actually get a look at me under this thing, they have to make an effort to.
Okay.
Do you have a back door to this place?
Yeah, it's just right. Where are you going, Zale?
I'm going to start walking in the direction he pointed.
And as you begin to walk, the door just slams in front of your face. I believe I
Does it
asked
always
you a
do that?
question.
I'm
As he turns and he just like his head just slowly tilts sideways, and he opens his mouth and you can see an eye just form. Where are you going, Zale?
You'll just have to figure that out yourself, I'm afraid.
Oh, are you coming to find me?
I'm not, actually. You will find me when the time is right. I have no doubt.
I should let you know that you have about 3 days before he falls.
Yes, well, I'll need less than half of that.
Good, good. If you'd like, I can arrange an escort for you.
I'm fine on my own, thank you. I've been here before. I know the streets.
Oh, no, I meant to me. All you would have to do is go out the front and speak to one of the mages of my guards, and you'll be in my chamber in a matter of moments. And we can settle this together.
I may be brash, but I'm not a fool. I'll take the back door, thank you.
I'm afraid that's not possible. To do that, you would have to let them in.
Windows suit me fine, then.
The only way you leave here safely is through the front door.
Oh, please. We haven't been safe since we've set foot in this town.
Oh, you have?
I am no safer in here than I am out there.
Oh, you are, because I allow it.
You
This is a game to
prove
me.
my point. By allowing it, you show that we are in fact no safer in here than out there.
Oh no, because
As soon
right
as you no
now-
longer allow it, your people come in here and, well, a battle ensues, I'm sure.
If you want to call it that, yes. But we've all seen what happens when you fight my children. Things
Yes,
things
we
sort
have.
of pop from your head.
Well, you can't take credit for all of that.
Oh, I can. All of that was my doing. No matter where you go in this city, no matter how you put a cloak over you, or make yourself look like a little elf girl, or whatever you do, I will know where you're at.
Right, so it shouldn't matter which exit I take then. So if you please,
Oh no,
open the back door.
that's rude. If you wish to leave, you will be like a civilized dog and go out the front.
I have never claimed to be civilized nor a dog.
You will be a dog once I am done with you.
You
Kneeling
seem to be
at your
all
master's
words,
side.
I'm afraid.
Because we are only within talking distance.
Well, if you care to settle this face to face, then I say again, open the door, I will be on my way, and we will see each other in a day, or maybe 2 at the most.
Oh, you're going to go by yourself?
What I'm going to do is none of your business.
Oh, it is, but if you wish to go out the back and trample about, as the door just opens up, but it will cost you.
Are you going to try and, make a deal with me like you did my friends up there?
Oh, no. You walk out that back, and somebody in here loses their life.
You'll have to be a little more specific. I'm afraid there's a lot of people in here that I really don't care for.
I know. But that's just it. Could be somebody you don't care for. Could be somebody that you're neutral about. It could be Molly.
Please, you really don't expect that to work on me, do you?
I'm just saying.
Well, they're all quite capable. I'm going to start walking towards the back door.
Okay.
That was just fuck.
And the back doors just open up.
I'm going to give Blacktooth a little bit of a wave over the shoulder as I step outside.
As you wave to Blacktooth, you see his head just turn completely upside down as there's an audible snap and he just crumples to the ground.
Oh, someone died.
Be on my way then, I guess.
Meanwhile,
Oh.
back upstairs.
Do we hear that?
No,
All right.
you guys are upstairs and there's a commotion going on. TUES may be able to give me a perception check to see if he hears the snap. Oh yeah, you hear a very audible snap of like bone breaking and then somebody just falling to the floor.
I just casually wander in that direction, since obviously no one else has heard it.
Yep. And you get downstairs and you find Blacktooth lifeless on the floor, his head completely now upside down on his body. Looks like something of like great strength or force just popped him. And you know,
Are there any marks on him other than just the head's the wrong way now?
No.
Hmm.
You do notice that the back door is wide open.
Well, I shut the back door while I'm back here.
Okay.
And grab... Oh, God, this could be interesting. Pick up Blacktooth off the floor and kind of walk into the other room with him.
You upstairs?
Yes.
All right. So as everybody is inside trying to figure out how to get Ash, TUES walks in with a now dead Blacktooth.
Oh,
What happened?
what'd you do to him?
I did nothing.
Right.
This is
I grab an amulet off of my neck and I try to cast Revivify.
It doesn't work.
I thought it wouldn't.
This is how the body was when I got there.
Where's Zale?
Out the door that I just shut.
Okay, bye. She goes off.
So goddamn dysfunctional.
But the knoll, I'm really bad with names at this point still. What didn't do this? There's no marks. I go back to my stairwell.
Ezra, you're muted.
So it's just me and the two newcomers, right? Because Tickles tickled out.
Tickles went off somewhere. TUES went back to the stairwell to hide behind the shield and not get shot. Ash is still in the bathroom. You're in there with Calderos.
Ashton, you need to come out of there.
I said go away.
All right. So is there a keyhole to like the bathroom that she's in?
There's a ring handle. There's not really a keyhole or any sort of lock on it.
Kieran, love.
And Kieran pops up.
Can you go into there, please? I need you for a minute.
He salutes and jumps down and goes underneath the little the gap between the bottom of the door and the floor.
So I look through his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I shadow step into the bathroom.
Okay.
And I appear right in front of Ash.
Rose, what are you doing here? I said leave me alone.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it. Obviously, there's something happening.
Why can't you guys just leave me alone when I say I want to be left alone?
Because whatever's affecting you is eventually going to affect us.
I don't need you anymore, Ash. Zale has already made a choice.
Why?
I don't know. Just know that the ship for your children has sailed.
I just kind of slump up against the wall and I just kind of sit there looking at the ground. And I just sit there.
So she's slumped over, and like I know my strength compared to Ashton's is like nothing because she's like, yeah.
I played as you. I saw that.
yeah. This is like, it's gonna look silly, but Rose is basically straddled over her and grabbing her collar, and she's looking her in the face, and she looks at her and she goes, "Is this the state of your once proud vampiric blood? Has it become so dilute that whatever is traipsing in your head has got you in such a state? What would your father and your brother think of you if they saw you now?"
You don't know what I've been through.
Don't know what you've been through.
No
Losing
one knows what I experienced.
losing ones you've loved. Let me tell you something. Do you know the pain it feels to have someone you care for truly deeply crushed, broken, mangled, tossed in front of you by the person who did it? And there's nothing you can do, because if you did, then dozens more of your family and your clan would die. And you have to wait for the opportunity to find the one who did what they did alone and deal with them. I've waited over 100 years, and I know where this person is, and they will die by my hands. I've waited a century. What you've experienced in the in-between, I can't explain to you. But if what you've experienced has turned you into this weak thing before me, then you are far from the one that I fell in love with. I don't know what you are anymore. But when you find yourself, and you are again the Ashton, the one that I've traveled with all this time, the one that I've risked my life for time and time again, the one who still wears the protection charm that I've given her, so that way anyone of my kin sees her, knows she's under my protection. When that Ashton returns, let me know. And then Rose just walks out the bathroom.
And I just stand there and don't say anything.
I just hear Ogren go,
I just goddamn Ogren. Mood killer.
or a mood
No,
setter.
kill the doggy. No, kill the doggy.
No. No animal cruelty here. Just killing dragons.
Okay. So, Zale, we'll get to you when we get back. I just noticed that we need to take our final break for the night. So, before we go though, I'm horrible because I haven't mentioned this yet, but just let everyone know that this stream is brought to you. This stream and this game is brought to you in part by Roll20. They are being really awesome in sponsoring us. Just a big thank you to them, because as like I've said it a couple times now, without Roll20 we wouldn't have this amazing game here, and we wouldn't have been able to even do season 1 that culminated off into what, like a 3-4 year campaign,
Something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, a big thanks to Roll20 for showing us, giving us all the support that they do, and to sponsor the stream. But we're gonna take a break here, guys, so we get up, stretch our legs, get something to drink, and then when we get back, we will go into the final hour and a half for the stream tonight. But stick, you guys, we'll be right back. All right. We are back.
And that's how I got kicked out of the bar for the third time.
That story again? You need to get
Well-
you need to get kicked out more.
Oh, and that's how I fought the guy for the 69th time.
Nice.
That sounds like a tickle count right there.
You know, I kind of
So-
want someone to go back to all our VODs, see how many times Tickles has killed someone.
Or just pointed her gun at someone.
That
I think it's
too.
better just to tally up like how many times she shot someone outside
Well,
of combat.
That's easy. What episode are we on? 73. So 73 times.
At least.
At least.
At least.
If not at least every other time.
So
If that.
yeah, we need a Tickles hello counter. It's been 1 day since Tickles pointed her gun at someone. So,
Yeah.
Zale, you make it out the back. And about the time you get down to or get to the side of like the opening of where the alley goes into the street, you hear the door behind you shut. Or the door that you came out of shut.
I'm going to continue going the way I was going, not looking back, but I'm going to listen closely for footsteps to see if it's footsteps I recognize or footsteps that I need to turn around and fight.
There's no footsteps that follow you. It's just the door shuts.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to keep
It
going.
would have been heavy plated footsteps.
Oh, right. You shut the door. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. I'm just going to keep going then in the direction I'm going. And I'm kind of sticking to back alleys and between buildings and houses, making my way to like the ritzy district type
All right.
area.
And by the time you walk out, there's like a small like layer of snow on the floor. As it's began to fall for a couple hours.
In that case, I'm not even going to attempt to really be sneaky or anything about my movements because I'm going to be leaving, big paw prints in the snow behind me. So, but I am going to continue to stick behind the buildings and between the buildings.
And as you like dip in between the buildings, crossing streets when you want to, everything is just eerily quiet. There's nobody on the streets.
The ritzy district of Kamirasaka, is it like right in the center of the city or is it somewhere near like the edge of the city?
The way up is kind of like a very wide set of stairs that spiral on up into like another tier of the city. And it's the entrance is almost in the near the back of the market district that you're in.
Okay. Then yeah, sticking to the plan until I get to those stairs, in which case I can't exactly, sneak around the stairs. I'll just have to take them.
And you get to that district. Not a soul in sight. Normally the stairs are guarded. There's usually about 4 or 5 guards there. There's like heavy checkpoints and everything, making sure people have the right documentation and everything to enter on through. This is the first time you've seen it empty.
Okay. Not entirely unexpected, I think, given everything that's been happening. But I am going to be a little more cautious as I proceed up the stairs. But at this point, kind of out in the open. And I'm not like running or anything. It's just a very casual pace up the steps.
Okay. Tickles, I have to ask, were you going to begin to follow Zale?
Yes.
Okay. So since there is snow, is it safe to assume that you're hanging back enough to where she can't catch sight of you and just following the giant knoll prints in the ground?
Yes.
Okay. And you experience the same thing as you're moving through. There's nobody. Like you were told before that Kamiroska is kind of a city that's always bustling. There's always something going on, especially in the market district. There's like multiple taverns and bars and restaurants all over the place that serve people around the clock. Everything is empty.
She's kind of used to that, either quiet or the rambunctious type of thing for this town. But this town's just been really off for her. She already knows, or whoever the hell's watching her is watching her, so she doesn't really care. But she cares about Zale and she wants to help. And she figures he's off doing Zale things.
Hashtag Zale things.
Right? So she's gonna go follow her.
Okay. And what is everybody like as all of like Zale's like going through the city, Tickles like hanging back but still following her? What are the rest of you doing back at the blind mice?
Ash?
Rose is pissed. She like trumps back to her room and she slams the door, and she's like screaming and cursing in Gaelic. And the last common thing anyone hears is, bloody fucking Dampier. And damn, she slams the door, and you just hear a lock.
What was Ash doing?
Ash moves to a different room with a lock. And she's trying to do her best to calm down, and what better to calm her down than to read a book? So she's going to pull out the Hag's book.
Okay.
Start reading it.
The Hag's tome that was given to you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are you just going? Yeah, you don't know she's got that.
I'm glad I don't know.
It magically transformed.
Being a hag for dummies. Okay. So are you going to be reading that the entire night?
Unless something else pops up that grabs her attention, yes.
Okay. Can I get...
Because I don't know where Zale is, and I am very much emotionally distracted, so...
Can I get a charisma... Yeah. Can I get a charisma check from you?
Yes. Just a check.
Okay. Okay. I need to mark something down in my notes here.
Oh, that's fun.
Get a +4 if you're within 5 feet of me, but I don't think you are.
No.
All right. I just needed to write something down in my journal.
Mm-hmm.
Because you started reading the book. Barf. Even Ogren knows it's a bad idea.
Mommy, don't do it.
Calderos, Tiris, what are you guys doing after Rose throws a fit and locks herself in a room, and Ash goes into another room and locks herself in there?
I take a moment and calm my nerves a little bit after the whole lich, and then there's somebody whose head was used as basically a top. And then I take a moment, look around, and who's left in the room?
Inside Ash's old room, just you. But inside the suite area, Tiris is near the stairs with like his tower shield in front of him.
Where did Tickles go, by the way?
Downstairs. She went downstairs and outside.
Hashtag where's Tickles?
I kind of gesture towards the body. And what do we want to do with that?
I mean, if Zale were here, he'd just eat it.
There's really nothing we can do with it right now. And I'm like, you can see me grinding my teeth, and I walk out into the hallway and I say,
Calderos.
yeah?
Give me a religion check.
Paladin things.
Paladin things. Something that he would notice that most people wouldn't unless they've had experience with it.
Oh yeah.
You can see around Blacktooth's face, there are these small dark lines of corruption. Like just these blackened veins that have like appeared after his death.
All right, what do I know about them? Have I seen them before?
You've seen it once. And when you've ran across it, it was when somebody was being used as a puppet. Something either had dominated their mind or through some sort of black art was able to control not only their body and mind, but pretty much their soul as well.
And does this explain to me why the Revivify didn't take?
Yep.
Okay. So at that, I'm gonna.
He was pretty much already dead.
Fuck, what did we get into? I'm gonna stomp out into the hallway and say, you have, like, yell so that everybody in earshot through the doors, whatever, can hear me. You have two of your friends out there by themselves doing God knows what. Somebody's trying to make a lich in this place, and you've got who knows who puppeteering the people you're dealing with. What are you people doing?
We're having a family fallout, okay? Just leave us alone.
Everybody's got tough times. It's okay. We'll make it through. I'm going to wait for about 2 seconds. If I don't hear people getting up and moving out, I'm going to say something else.
For the two people who are in the room, are you doing anything? You're muted. Still muted.
I know I was grumbling. So Rose was gonna take out her shadow her puppet to try and actually finish it like sometime this millennia. It's really cute too. It's an action puppet. But she's gonna go to the window and she's gonna look out and see if she sees like if Zale or Tickles are just like outside, just trying to just get away from all the bullshit.
So you look out and you could see Tickles like just a part of Tickles tail rounding the corner into another alleyway of like a shop down, like an establishment down from the blind mice. But as you look out, you can also see that there are about 15 to 20 Kamiroskin knights standing like statues outside the front door of the tavern.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah. So let's see. So Blacktooth is dead. Ashen, Tickles. All right, so Rose is gonna talk to Molly and tell Molly to hide, because like cheese it is the cops.
Molly is out on the town at the moment.
Okay, so Molly's like out hiding somewhere, hopefully. Like
Yeah, Mags told me what Molly is doing, so you don't have to worry.
She's out accosting other giants.
Sure.
So Rose talks to Ashton via the whole marble thingy, and she's like, I know you don't want to hear from me now, but we are in danger. There's a dozen Kamiraskan soldiers outside the front door to this place. We need to leave now.
There's a long pause before you finally hear her go. How do we get out?
Come to my room. Bring the other two.
And Ash will take a deep breath and close the book, grab all of her equipment, and start looking for the two strangers.
All right. And when you walk out, you see Tyrus still standing next to the stairwell, and Caldrus a little bit away from him with a very agitated look on his face, or what you can see of his face, as his fists are a little bit clenched after calling out to both you and Rose, and almost as if you were ignoring him when you're having your conversation through the marbles.
I would have rinsed off my face at this point
Okay.
before this. And I'll just walk up to them and be like, we are surrounded, I suppose, and we need to get out quietly.
And how do you suggest we do that?
I think Rose has a plan. Follow me. And I'll look at Caldros and be like, you come too.
All right, so you're okay. So you come
Sticking together.
Yep. You come to Rose's door and it's locked.
I would have unlocked it.
All right. So Ash,
I'll knock on the door.
Okay.
Come in.
I'll open it up and gesture the other two to get in. So what's the plan?
So we need to get out of here quickly. So from my window, Rojan, is there another build? Like, am I looking at another building?
There's a building next to the blind mice, but that would be more, if you were looking to try to get out that way, you would probably want to go to Tyrus's room.
Okay, so my window doesn't face that building.
No, it doesn't.
Alrighty, so then, like, you know, so then I'm gonna go, follow me. We need to face that building over there, and then we'll go to Tyrus's room. I'll open up that window. And like, how far away is the building?
Like when you open up his window, you can look off to the right, and it's probably about 10 feet, maybe.
Okay, that's fine. That's good enough. I'm gonna cast this. Quickly now, don't dawdle. One at a time.
I immediately follow.
Right there.
Like I bridge from that window to the roof of the other building.
You just make a wraith portal is pretty much what you did.
Well, it's literally a shadow walkway.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if everybody follows through, you see like the shadowy.
I feel like Tyrus had some questions. I saw the look on his face there.
Tyrus is very skeptical and is waiting completely until somebody else steps on the bridge before I put any weight on it.
Yep, and
I already started walking as soon as she said go.
Yep, you see Ash walk across it perfectly fine.
Tyrus tentatively
ain't my first
tries
rodeo.
to put one foot on it.
It feels like it would support his weight.
As long as I can feel it, I'll start walking across it.
All right. So if you guys were to cross one at a time, you would be able to cross it.
Yeah, I specifically tell them one at a time
Yeah.
because all three of them are armored.
Yeah.
So they
It's
need
like-
to go over one.
I
at
mean,
a
I'm an elven chain, you know, it's pretty light.
time.
But you all make it across to the roof of the other building. And when you get up there, all of you can notice that aside from like the 15 to 20 guards that are still standing like statues outside of the blind mice, the rest of the market district is completely devoid of life.
Is the town an illusion too?
An illusion. They forgot the people.
Grr. So can we easily get from the other building like down to the street so we can follow Tickles?
You mean if you were to use the dark path again?
Well, is there an access into this building from where we are?
Not from the roof, no.
Okay. How tall is the building?
The building itself is probably about a good 35, 40 feet.
Alrighty, then I'm gonna cast Dark Path again, and then basically just make like a giant slide.
Okay. You make a super happy fun slide going down the side of the building into the snow.
Spirals and everything.
And I take it everyone just follows, sliding down.
Yes.
All right, so everyone slides down back into one of the side alleys. And when you all get down there, you notice that there are these very large knoll footprints. And then like in the center of them are these very small rattling prints.
Right?
Well, at least we know where they went.
Myself going alone. She never listens to me.
You guys just hear mumbling under my breath. It's not that it's inaudible, but I'm not sure any of you would speak the language.
Oh, what are you speaking? Oh, your people's
on.
language.
Speaking that.
Well, it
nasty-
depends. What's the language?
Are you speaking that nasty drow speech?
Hold on.
That doesn't tell me what language you're speaking.
I didn't know.
Just
Rose
say what you're
spoke barefoot.
speaking.
You don't know that.
I am
That
speaking
was
celestial.
for Rosian.
Oh.
You don't have celestial.
Yeah, I do.
Like he's an Asimard, so I thought it was like automatic as one of his like.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the language. That's why I was like, wait, it doesn't say celestial. But yeah, I ASMR can speak celestial.
Damn it.
Yep. So
There's a reason why Rose can speak bear folk.
yep. Like I was hoping that Raven was gonna roll a bear folk. That would have been great.
Oh, dude.
So you guys would have come to blows.
You'd have been sliced open in your sleep, man. It's just she does not like bear folk. That is a thing with her. All right, so I guess we're following like Tweedledee and Tweedledummer.
Tweedledee and Tweedlegun. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
I get it.
I hope you get it. All right. So as you guys
love
begin
you.
to follow it, Zale, you've made your way up across the like the open courtyard where the stairs to the next area is at. And you come to the very large golden sandstone stairs that lead from the market district up into the district of where more of the Kamiroskin elite gather.
Is there like a railing or guardrail, anything on or around the stairs?
There is not. It's just a very large set of stairs. The stairs themselves probably span across 50 feet.
Okay. In that case, I am going to go just to the left of the stairs, and just kind of plop down onto the ground, right next to the first stair there, and pull a. Do I have it? I do have it. Okay. A bottle of booze out of my bag. Take a nice drink and set it down. Then I'm going to pull out my alchemy kit. And do I have any empty bag? I don't have any empty bags. Okay. I'm going to take the pouch of Bimmy's fun tokens that I have and dump the tokens out into my regular bag so I have an empty bag.
Okay.
Then I'm going to start picking through my alchemy kit. Just dried herbs, maybe a bit of ash, anything that composts really well, and start piling it into the empty bag to make as close to a bag of soil as I can get.
Okay.
That's probably going to take me a good 15-20 minutes.
All right. And while that is going on, Tickles, you make it to the opening of this like very large and illustrious courtyard. And you can see the large golden sandstone stairs going from the market district up into a higher platform of the city. And Zale sitting on a solitary single stair at the bottom of the case. A thing of booze next to her, and it looks like she dumps a bunch of coins out into the snow and just begins to stuff flowers and stuff into the bag.
She put the regular coins in her regular bag.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I for some reason I thought she just like, oh, we don't need this, and just dump the fun coins.
Oh, I'm taking these back to Bimmy. I'm collecting, man.
Just litter Kami Roscoe with like the useless Bimmy coins.
So so she's facing the stairs, doing what she needs to do, kind of thing.
Sitting on the stairs, facing the direction that I just came from.
Yeah. So she would be facing you.
Oh, can I try to stealth towards her?
You could. And since she's
Okay.
occupied, I will give you advantage.
Okay, this will be a +5 because of my ring.
Oh,
25.
Yeah. Like since she's concentrating on something, I don't think a 25 loses to her passive perception.
No, my passive perception is 16.
Yeah.
So she's going like stealthily, just kind of sit right next to Zale until she finally notices.
Are you going to take a drink of the booze that's next to you?
Might as well.
Okay.
Just kind of do that like that lean back type of thing. Just swig it.
What booze
I
is
should
that?
probably tell you at this point that is the alcohol out of her alchemy bag, so that's 100% alcohol.
Perfect.
Okay, Tickles, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you didn't see it, did you?
No.
Fucking hell! How about now?
There we go. Okay, so you take a drink, and thankfully enough, you like react to it before you swallow, but you just very audibly just spit it out in like disgust and shock,
Bleh, disgusting.
which totally gives away your stealth and lets Zale know you're sitting next to her.
She doesn't like physically react at all, but she like glances over when she sees the alcohol fly off into the air beside her. It's a bit of a waste, don't you think?
You got a point. But it was just so strong. Yeah. So what you doing?
I'm preparing plan. Let's see, probably about plan E now.
We're having to plan A through E.
Letter before E.
These are contingencies. Plan A is still on track.
Good. What plan am I?
T.
You were kind of plan B, but we're in that weird mental state.
I was
thing.
hoping you were going to say Plan C for coin.
But that was kind of Plan B with the coin and everything. Didn't really pan out, did it?
No, it didn't. Still upset about that. So
Yeah.
so she's gonna be like, sounds good. Why didn't you tell us?
It was getting a bit stuffy in there. I needed some fresh air.
Right. So you were gonna go alone.
Just doing a bit of scouting. That's all.
That's a lie, and you know it.
Well, it's only partially a lie.
Anyway, what's the plan?
The plan is to finish what I'm doing and then see what's at the top of these steps and kind of decide from there.
All right then. We'll go up there, decide what's going on, and then I don't know, get your mate back.
Yes, well, it's a little into the night right now, and I could do with one last rest before this happens, so I'm intending on going up there tomorrow night. It has to be at night.
We're being watched. Do you really think they're gonna let us?
We've been watched since we first stepped into this wretched city.
Indeed. So, what are you making?
I'm making dirt.
Can I do a survival check?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because like I don't think Tickles has had a lot of experience in alchemy.
Probably not, but she can assume.
There are reasons for what I do, but like you said, we're being watched, so we probably shouldn't speak them aloud. Or in our minds, really. I don't think that's safe anymore either.
I don't know. I keep hearing a voice and it won't leave me alone.
Yes, it has been a bit pesky lately, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You realize, Tickles, that this has become much more than just Yith and I. This
No, it's-
entire city needs someone to help them.
Well, don't look at me. I don't know how to protect a city, especially
Tickles.
Mind Flayer City.
We're all in this now.
Well, I kind of figured we were. I
So
mean,
it's
since
up
day
to
one.
us.
So what are you saying? We kill everyone? I can do that.
No, no, Tickles. We help them as best as we can. And just so happens that that task runs parallel to saving Yith.
So we kill the big boss man and we save the town?
Well, we confront the big boss man and, well, play it by ear.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hold something for me for a second, will you? And she takes Skullcracker off her back and drops it onto Tickles' lap.
Tickles, can you give me a strength check?
Can I get a deck save? Rather? Because I actually want to move out of the way.
Sure, give me an acrobatics check at that point.
Okay.
All right, you're able to leap out of the, like, kind of like just vault yourself up a little bit onto the stairs out of the way of Skullcracker as you see it falls down like bit first and just bites into the step and just sits there.
What was that for?
I was just asking if you could hold it for a minute.
Yeah, well,
Can you?
I'm not holding that. I don't have the strength for it.
Well, just give it a try.
Oh my god. Sure. She's gonna try to lift it. There's no way.
Sure, give me a strength check.
Oh my god.
Yeah, give me a strength check if Tickles is gonna try to.
Tickles versus hernia.
Yeah,
So
there's no
Tickles, you
way.
grab it and you like grunt and grit your teeth and try to pull this thing. And even with all of your rattling might, you can't get this thing out of the sandstone.
Yeah, see, yeah, can't do it. Sorry.
Well, it was worth a try. Zell just grabs it and puts it back on her back. And
Were you
continues
trying to
making
give
dirt.
it to her?
I just wanted to see if you could carry its weight.
Yeah, next time try again when I'm maybe drunk.
I don't think that will help. But if you think it will, the alcohol is right there.
I got a flip for this. Shit. She drinks.
Give me a Constitution save.
Okay.
Again, you just instinctively just spit it out, knowing that if you drink it, it's pretty much poison to you.
Yeah. Can't do
You
it.
have to acclimate a little bit.
Yeah. I'm good.
Fair enough. Tell me, Tickles, do you enjoy being a pirate?
That depends on the question.
Out there on the water, sailing with your captain. Do you enjoy that?
I do, yeah.
What about plundering, attacking other ships? Is that enjoyable to you?
Yes.
And your life before that, was that enjoyable to you?
To a point.
Would you go back?
Are you asking I would go back now?
After we're free from this city, if we are ever free from this city, and our task here is done, would you go back? Or would you go back to being a pirate?
Not sure. That's a very touchy subject. Of course, I would like to see Cheeseburger again. Of course, I'd like to see my kids. You know, maybe take them to go see Papa Cheeseburger.
Papa Cheeseburger. Pack tactics.
Would you take your kids back to your home, where you come from?
No, I will not. I
Why not?
refuse. My parents weren't very kind to the people, and I did not like that way of life. They were, let's just say, they were kind of like dictators.
When you left your home, was that by choice or were you forced out?
That was by choice.
Do you ever think it was the wrong choice?
No, never.
It must be nice.
What to choose?
To be confident in your choice.
Well, there's a lot of choices that I choose. You've seen them personally.
Yes, I have.
Some of them, I won't lie, I do regret. But most of them I don't.
Have you ever met any gnolls on the sea?
I actually don't know on that background for that. Maybe. I might have, but that's very rare.
Do you think they left by choice? Or do you think they were forced out?
Well, if a Null would have chose to become a pirate, they would have chose. If they would have been forced, I don't know, they'd probably be upset and try to come back.
Oh, I'm sure they would be very upset. I know I would be. Nobody forces me out of my home.
And no one forces you to become a matriarch.
Well, can't say that was entirely my choice, but it is the duty of the current matriarch to choose the next one. And I can't say it was entirely unexpected from Matriarch Wraith. You know that decision that I made in that battle when she handed you over to me. That was not an easy one. And I still question whether or not I made the right one.
She's just gonna have a smile and just go like, yes.
You know, the thing about a matriarch, Tickles, is that every male in the clan chases them down and wants to be their mate. Every male. And you know, I was not always as I am now. You know this. You traveled with me before the fairies or whatever they are did their magic. I chased Matriarch Wraith at one point before I met Yeth. And there was the potential of something there. So when we fought against her, it was a very tough choice that I had to make, Tickles. But right now, I'm glad I made that choice. Because I would not have you sitting here next to me if I made a different choice.
Well, in all honesty, I'm kind of glad I'm not dead. Yeah, it was a good choice.
It was a choice. I don't think either of the options were good ones. I mean, if you were in my position, if you had to choose between the life of a friend or the life of Cheeseburger, it would not be an easy one, would it?
No, it'd probably be easy.
Would it?
If I had to choose, I'd choose the friend.
You and I have always shared that, haven't we? We don't
What,
always get along, but there's something about you that I've always admired, Tickles.
Well, it ain't my tail.
What's wrong with your tail?
It's a nice tail.
It's a little hairless, but sure.
But I assume it's friends that you meant.
More or less. And difficult decisions. You keep a lot to yourself, Tickles. You are very loud and very talkative at times, but there is a lot about you that you keep to yourself. I often wonder what it is you are not telling us, but I trust you nonetheless. She kind of gives her a bit of a pat on the shoulder and closes up the bag of dirt she was working on. Stands up, stretches, takes a drink from the alcohol, and looks down at Tickles. Are you coming? Then she starts walking up the steps.
And it's about that time that you begin to walk up the steps that the other four members of your group make it to the opening of the courtyard, and the four of you do see Tickles and Zale begin to ascend the sandstone staircase.
Zale, what are you doing?
You all made it. was wondering if you would.
Well, at least you weren't entirely alone.
Hi.
What are you all doing here exactly? I expected you to come, just like Tickles did, but why?
Well, there are a dozen or so Kamaraskan guards outside the tavern, so it was either follow you and see what mischief you're getting up to, or deal with whatever they wanted to deal with.
Seems like a
Following
easy
you
choice.
seemed like the easier of the two things to do.
I hate to disappoint you, though I'm not up to any particular mischief.
Can I insight check that?
I mean, if you want.
Oh, come on.
And since she wasn't lying, that's versus persuasion.
Mhm.
So, are you going
So
to
what are we
be
doing?
following me, or I'm just
Did-
out for a bit of a stroll, to be perfectly honest?
Did you roll and we didn't see it?
Oh, I guess so.
Dang
I rolled
it.
a 34 and a 33. So
Fuck. I believe everything. And I'll nod and I'll follow behind her.
Hold on. Look, I know we just met like a few hours ago, but you're telling me that your mate is being forcibly turned into a lich. He says that almost spitting as he says it.
correct.
That
Up in that tower there.
that the innkeeper where you guys were staying was being puppeteered.
He was what?
What?
Oh,
So
Well, now that you say it out loud.
So Rojan,
Wait, what?
so Rojan, just quick question. Considering that, I've become proficient in shadow puppetry and I'm trying to actually advance
Mhm.
my making it a more advanced form of the shadow puppetry. I didn't notice the weird,
Like the tendrils that you normally mimic
Yeah.
them. No, you didn't. This was something completely different.
all right. So it's not that I wouldn't notice, it's that it's different than
Yeah.
what I would this is different than what I'm doing.
Correct.
Gotcha.
that man whose neck was broken was being controlled and was probably already dead the entire time we were talking to him.
Wait, what man?
Blacktooth.
That is a
Blacktooth
minotaur.
is dead?
Oh, very much so.
Well,
From
as
itself,
tragic as
it's been
that is,
some time.
I'm glad it
Happened.
was him and not one of you.
Why would you think it'd be one of us?
Well, as I was leaving, that voice that we're all acquainted with at this point, well, except maybe you two, you'll get it eventually.
Oh, that sounds promising.
Stick around. It happens to everyone.
Welcome to the group, guys.
The
Here's your
voice
complimentary creepy voice.
informed me that if I was to leave, one of the current occupants would die.
And you stayed, right?
But no, I left.
You just left?
Yes.
What if it was one of us?
Well, you're all more than capable of defending yourselves. I figured if something was going to come in after one of you, you would all be there to fight against it.
think us suddenly dying is not something we can fight against, Zale.
Well, the voice never said it would be sudden like that. Just that one of the occupants would die.
You sacrificed our lives so easily, Zale.
No, I gambled. I gambled your lives. And
There's
I
a
would
difference.
expect any one of you to do the same.
No.
Roles were reversed.
No, I would not have. Zale, how could you?
I could because I believe in you, Ash, and because I trust every one of you. Except the two new ones. Never mind.
Except the two new ones.
Ash just shakes her head and she starts walking away.
I mean, I gamble too.
Oh, whoa.
If she
Look.
wants to go, that is fine. If she leaves, then she won't be in danger, will she?
Potential for adding voices aside, we should not be splitting up.
Then you can go grab her.
I have come to learn over the time that we have all traveled together that every single person here is more than capable of defending themselves, whether they are alone or in a group. And if any one of you want to leave at any point, I will not stop you. You came here because of me, and I will not ask any more of you. Except for the two new ones. Yes, I see you looking at me.
I'm gonna go try to catch Ash real quick.
All right. I don't think she's like running away, but
No.
okay. You easily catch up to her then.
All right. I'm just gonna say, look, obviously, a lot of you are going through some shit right now. But no matter how strong you think you are, whatever this is more than likely stronger. If you
What's
guys
your
start
point?
splitting up and doing your own thing, unless it's getting the hell out of here, you will find yourself on the receiving end of something that you don't want to be.
No offense, but you don't know us.
No,
You don't know
I
what
don't.
our group has been through. You don't know what we've experienced.
Just as you don't know what I've been through or what I've experienced. Or what the snake guy has been through.
Snake guy.
Yeah, snake guy.
Snake guy.
Snake guy.
It was against my will.
Kind of figured. Look, I don't have to know you, but if you guys start splitting up, whatever this thing is that's after you, it will get its grubby hands in you.
Who says we're splitting up?
Do you see you walking away?
I'm walking away because I am upset. You
I
don't
get that.
know us.
I walk away.
And as you begin to walk away, you hear this audible and then followed by more as all around the courtyard you begin to see Kami Roskin soldiers appearing.
And
And
Does
then
everyone say this?
there is another, and about 15 feet away from Ash is this about 6.5 foot tall robed figure. It's
When I recognize?
canine-like face, having a wearing a skull mask, over it. Its claws clutching a blackened oak staff with a red orb at the end of it. And its eyes, even though they are milky white at the moment, it looks to you almost with a sense of familiarity. And then there is another, and then a crash as this large, heavy hulk of a mind flayer stands next to him. Evie, you're ruining the mood.
Divine sense. I
Yes.
want to know what these are.
I'm going to.
And when you say Yith, it's like Ash.
Yes, is that really you? Can I do insight check?
As it reaches up and it takes off the mask, and you can see Yith's features, but part of it, like part of his face, the fur is now gone. And you can see like these black tendrils kind of like pulsing underneath his flesh as he puts the mask back on.
Can I see if that's really him or not? Or if it's another illusion?
Oh no, it's him.
It is him? Okay.
And he shakes his head and he looks up at Zale. You should not have come. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
You know,
Just so we know where we're picking up next time, that sudden rush that I dropped into the roll chat was because that's what's happening.
I am
And
actually sorry. I'm actually kind of glad that you said, and that's where it left off, because Tickles is just gonna
Raise
go,
his gun.
hello, bang, immediately.
And I threw out a divine sense. I want to know what everything is around me.
There isn't any fiends or celestials or undead around you.
Evil.
Though you did notice that there was a sense of almost like a necrotic feeling coming off of Yith. And you would only know this because of your time around necromancers in the past, that he's got like the taint of necromancy and lichdom around him at the moment.
Would he have sensed anything from me?
No, because you're not a fiend.
Okay.
And you're not technically undead.
Technically undead.
Okay.
You're slightly alive.
Only slightly.
But yeah, I think that's a good place to end for tonight.
Oh.
Tag, you're it.
Tag, you're it.
I'm sorry, but every time he does divine sense to check there's evil, it's always this. And I post it in chat. Every single time I think of that. For those that don't know, it's
Evil.
I just
evil.
It's Mermaid Man.
I don't know. It's just not gonna end well. This just really.
I honestly didn't expect you guys to just all of a sudden make your way downtown, but you did. So
Making our way downtown, popping brains, cause we're
Well,
going
you
to
know what?
die.
We haven't done any recon yet, and the second we do recon, shit hits the fan. So
you just
we're trying to be good people preparing, and this shit happens.
you just skipped the recon phase and went right to the shit hitting
What
the fan.
recon phase? There are like a dozen fucking Kamaraskan guards outside the hotel.
I was gonna go to a library and research until we got mind fucked.
It was like, oh, look, it was like the second we stepped into Kami Roscoe, we were effed. It's like,
This is true.
it's like
I can't lie with that. That when you guys made landfall on the the coast outside of Jimmy's cabin, you are fucked. The moment you set foot there, it was aware of your presence.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
hell.
Evil!
I wanted to do the good thing and do some recon, but we never had an opportunity because
We
either were
never do the
murdering
good
people
thing.
or trying to get out of a void.
Never.
Oh, but everyone, thank you for watching. Just to let all of you know, Blood on the Gray is coming back next week, and it will be on its new start day on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And we are going to be picking up right at where we left off with Valentha freaking out over a certain freedom demon messing with her and certain friends being killed and
That guy.
Blood magic.
blood magic.
Is the blood mage conscious?
Surprisingly,
She
for
is.
once,
She's
yes.
getting a tattoo right now.
I haven't done
Yeah.
anything about that lately.
What?
Because
knocking her
I
out?
haven't been doing anything wrong for a long time. You guys have just been attacking me for no
wrong
reason.
What's wrong with blood magic? It's just magic.
Right?
It's like,
Well, you know what? There's
like,
blood
oh,
magic, and there's completely fucking everyone over blood magic.
you know, it's like, oh, you just don't understand, you know, this form of magic. It has a bad rap.
Thank you.
You know, come on now.
It's like necromancy is fine.
This
You
is
know,
fine.
once you get used to the smell, I mean, you know, it's-
Hey man,
know?
what's wrong with the necromancer raising his family?
I mean, hey, I mean,
Ah.
skeletons are useful. They can plow your fields, sweep your floors, guard your
Compost when they're
home.
done.
You know, exactly. When they're
They're
done,
great
they can
shit
be
to life for your
great.
dog.
Okay. I think that's going to end it for us. But before we head out, guys, I almost called you Rose. Azarin, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
Hello, I am Azrin, your friendly neighborhood digital underlord. You can catch me here on Tuesdays with these fine, wonderful people playing Rosaline Thorn, the sassy, brassy, but always classy Eldritch Archer. And outside of that, I don't have an official schedule yet because I'm still fine-tuning my stream because it's all kinds of fucking broken. Nothing's working. Fuck you, slobs.
I can help with that.
But you can catch me other days. I do a Twitch announcements and other announcements for playing Gunsmoke RP, which is a ARC survival mod where I'm playing Deegan Vanderschmidt, who's a 15-year-old homesteader, aspiring master chef, looking for his lost twin sister in the Badlands of Colorado, pretty much. So, yeah, some fucker tried to rob him the other day. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. So, yeah.
Shadow Fox, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
Hi, I'm Shadow Fox 7471, and I stream sometimes. Right now on a God of War kick, and that's about it. Yeah.
God of Boy.
Boy, build me a
Boy.
chair.
Zorro, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
I am Zoro from E3. I'm a variety caster / creative streamer, doing all the things like story-based games, RPGs, a lot of Dead by Daylight and Final Fantasy 14. Doing also creative streams such as character drawings or commissions like emotes and badges and the like. Otherwise, I'm here now Mondays and Tuesdays with these awesome people trying not to kill each other.
Raven, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
Hello, I'm Ravenslark. I'm Freddycaster here on Twitch. Here Monday, Tuesday with these amazing people. And then live on my own channel Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with the occasional Saturday stream. Literally, it's been Final Fantasy 14 and Destiny 2 lately, and that will change sometime before the turn of the century, but until then.
HB Fox, who are you and what do you do on the internet?
I am HB Fox, and I will take this opportunity to once again thank Roll20 for sponsoring this stream. Rojan mentioned briefly on the break there that they have been gracious enough to partner with us with their Spotlight program. And we've talked about Roll20 a little bit in the past on the outros, usually highlighting different features and stuff that the platform has. But it occurred to me that I never actually mentioned like the starting point of Roll20. If you're brand new to the platform, the first thing that you should do is go check out the tutorial that they have about how the platform works. And it's really easy to find. I think it's just under the games tab, like right at the bottom of the list. It'll say tutorial. You click on that and it'll take you into like a mock game, and it'll walk you through how the entire program works. It'll talk about the drawing tools and measuring tools that it has. It'll talk about the layers that the DM has to deal with during a game, the fog of war, the jukebox feature that it has that I'm sure I'll talk about at some point. Talks about all of that and walks you through each and every one of those systems within the platform. So if you're new to Roll20, I highly suggest that you go check out that tutorial, because it'll really get you up to speed with how it works in like no time at all. It's quite intuitive and informative. I checked it out earlier today. I wish I started there instead of just jumping into a game. But yeah, so thank you again to Roll20 for sponsoring the stream.
Groudon, Tickles, Smut Cow.
Hi.
Who
Hi.
are you and what do you do on the internet?
I don't know anymore. Okay, like this
Create
whole
chaos.
thing. I am chaos. I am chaos. Apparently, everyone's favorite gun mouse.
Technically, it's the calamity.
I am the calamity. Okay, I'm sorry. No, kitty. But I don't know anymore. I had a tender moment with Zale, and Tickles was trying to be funny, the little bitch. You know, she's like, "Stop it! You're having a moment." But everything's crazy, and I need to be funny, type of thing. And yeah, there's a lot of wonderful backstory that we haven't kind of touched with Tickles, and I can't wait for that. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be fun. Everyone's gonna be
If we live there, if we live to get there.
Yeah, I
if we
mean,
live
right,
to get there.
like we've done part of like the Ash arc. We're doing the Zale arc. We have so many other arcs to cover.
No, don't. It's gonna be
He
great.
just added like 2 more players just so he could add 2 more arcs. I'm almost positive that's the real reason.
Well, I thought your guys' arcs were fillers.
Probably.
That's Team B. That's Team B. Wow. Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to. But yeah, I'm Master Groudon, Variety Caster. I actually I couldn't beat the Destiny raid in time, but someone was able to help me out, so I got a code for the Destiny raid jacket. So I was thankful for that. So thank you to them. And I just picked up Divinity Original Sin like a few hours ago, and I was just delving into that.
Oh, dude, Divinity. Oh.
Well, I
Have fun with
played.
DOS.
I played with the second one, and I loved the shit out of it. And then
I wish our Murder Hobo team actually got off that fucking island ever.
It's coming back.
Oh, dude, let me know. I'll block time out because you know.
So I am going to be playing that here in a little bit. I do have technically tomorrow off, so that's gonna be fun. I think that's what I'm gonna do is play a little bit of that here in a bit.
The only hint I'm gonna give you, if you haven't watched streams and it's not a spoiler, I'm not, but use the environment to your advantage.
Oh, I always do.
It's one of the few games that I've played that's an RPG where you can actually use the environment to harm/kill the enemy.
Oh yeah, freaking like I see a bunch of barrels that are on fire. I'm like, hey, I can use those. Blip.
Manipulating barrels and boxes and everything beforehand to block off enemy pathing.
Yep.
And you
then
can have
watch-
your own boxes.
And then watching me mess it all up with my fire elemental and light the entire stage on fire.
Yeah.
And then it's got that weird thing where it's like all vinesy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Ugh.
like I love the Divinity game, and I want to get another Murder Hobo game going for that.
I'll join.
All right.
I got both games now. I'm waiting for the third installment if they ever do.
The third one is coming after Waterdeep.
There's a Waterdeep one.
The team that did Divinity Original Sin was tasked to do the new Waterdeep game that's coming out.
Is it Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate
So-
3.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
so-
Divinity guys are the ones doing
Yep.
Baldur's
yeah,
Gate 3.
So it's gonna be insane. So, but the thing is that they've said on their website that once they're done and everything's good and golden and they've actually they're in the post-production phase of Baldur's Gate, they'll make announcements for DOS 3.
I do have a question for Baldur's Gate since I've never actually played it.
Do it.
Is it worth?
Oh, it's
I
worth
do
it.
it.
It's worth.
Baldur's Gate 2, I mean, I'm playing through it for the first time, sort of an off-stream thing, and it is wonderful. There are some mechanics that are a bit dated that you will encounter.
Yeah. I mean, it's an old game, but
It's-
the story is amazing.
Yeah,
It's a great story. And it doesn't feel like a slog. So anyone who hasn't played any of the Baldur's Gates, I totally recommend it. It's so much fun.
and Baldur's Gate 2, the I can recruit 50% of the people you meet is totally a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much every other person you meet is recruitable to your party.
Yep.
Huh, reminds me of Suikoden.
And Baldur's Gate 2 is one of the first games where they actually have the relationship meter, because
Mhm.
depending what you do in the game affects the relationship between characters. People will leave your party if you do certain things yourself, or other party members do certain things.
Yeah, don't have a paladin if you
If you're going to be evil.
if you have a habit of doing questionable things.
Yeah.
Questionable things to your butt.
So that's a no, don't.
What are you talking about? Paladins totally are okay with questionable things.
Yeah, but you have to realize this is second edition Paladins, where
Dude,
they're lawful stupid.
Nah, dude.
Ouch.
You want to talk about paladins being lawful stupid, man? Fucking play Planescape and have to do with the harmonium. Screw those guys. They're called hardheads for a reason.
But I like being a paladin of conquest. Oh, sorry.
Well, and to wrap it up, I am Rojan Quest. Right now, you can find me here on Mondays and Tuesdays DMing our Dragon, I almost said Dragon Heist, our Dragon Age game with Zoro, Shadow Fox, HB Fox, and Ravenslark. And then DMing here on Tuesday nights for all these wonderful people. When I'm not here, I'm over on my own channel right now, currently streaming every Wednesday through Sunday. And normally playing a wide variety of games while we raise money for Extra Life, but right now Sea of Thieves has gotten its hooks in me, so it's a lot of Sea of Thieves content right now.
Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I love
How's
it.
that graphics card working for you, bud?
Oh, that's why I love it.
It's like a dream come true.
Yeah,
I could play certain games on maximum. I'm like,
I can
I
play.
missed
Yeah,
everything.
No, it's better of I can play my games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yep, that is us, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight as we continued Destiny Forge, which was previously Gibbering Mouthers, but we wanted to change it so we didn't get sued.
We can't
But
get sued if we
we-
make it a parody.
Keep an eye out on our Twitter and on our Discord, because I have a feeling sometime soon we will be putting out calls for both players and DMs to join our ranks on other shows during the week.
I am actively trying to find a day. I am waiting for a friend of mine's latest Kickstarter to complete so I can get my hands on that content.
Sweet.
So yes, I will be tossing my name into the DM hat. I just have to pick a day.
Yeah, because right now we're looking to fill Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games at the moment. Wednesday is going to be our rerun day, so because nobody can play on a Wednesday.
We discovered this.
Yeah, it only took us 4 years, but we figured it out. Also keep an eye on those same social channels for an announcement, probably, I don't know, sometime within the next 2-ish weeks of the one shot that I apparently roped all of these people into playing, or at least the ones that said yes. Sometime in December.
Volunteered,
I have plans. I'm excited for it.
And in a couple of weeks, we have a Halloween one shot by Rojan.
Actually, let me see.
So we may all be dead by then.
What level will we be?
Max.
I'll have to wait and find out.
Because I need to start creating my character.
2 weeks. In 2 weeks will be our Halloween episode.
Oh, Chad.
Candy! Oh my god.
Yeah, for any, do we have that VOD? Because
not anymore.
I wish we had that VOD because man, that would be the perfect VOD.
So every year, during the holiday events, especially I should say, Halloween and Christmas, I do special one-shots or I do special episodes for the campaign we're running, and they're just themed. Last year we did a one-shot,
like a 90s slasher.
Yeah, it was a one-shot D&D thing where it was like an 70s 80s slasher film, where everybody was being chased by actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
it was great.
With actual D&D mechanics and a little bit of a twist in the end. To where Zorro's character ended up getting the curse that the killer had, and
I killed my jock boyfriend in the box because I turned.
Yep,
that's what that game was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just to let you guys know that this time around, we are going into more of a grindhouse style thing, to where if you've seen Dusk Till Dawn, you know what you're in for.
All I'm saying is
I need to watch that, I guess.
I get to do the tequila shot off what's her face's that I'm just saying.
And
one word: zombies.
I'll actually be there for this one because I missed last year's. I was super sad about it. I think I was in California at the time.
Weren't you stuck in an airport?
I think so, yeah, or something like that. Which I mean, it kind of worked out because I think I was slated to play the jock, and then he got brutally murdered at the end or something.
Murdered.
No, you got stuck from coming back from TwitchCon, didn't you?
Kinda, yeah. I had several connections that were all screwy, but I'll be there this year, and I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, and it's not gonna. I'm letting you know right now. It is not in the D&D format.
Okay.
Well, then
campaign system.
It's going to be in a different campaign system. I'm not going to spoil it just yet.
Undeadwood.
I don't even know what that is. I know it's the Critical Role show, but I don't know what system they're using.
I don't either because it doesn't come out yet until this week. So.
But I'll let you guys know what system we're going to be using for that later on. I'll probably reveal it next week at the end of the show.
Yay!
But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will catch you guys on Monday for the continuation of Dragon Age Blood and Grey. It'll be
4 hours of us just sitting in a tattoo parlor.
Pretty much.
Oh God. Me and Raven are just going around going like, ugh.
Wednesday, tomorrow, I believe we have more shows, more episodes slotted for reruns, HP Fox.
Yes, just like last week, I'm going to put a playlist together of episodes from our various shows. I don't know if it's going to be most recent episodes, because that's what I did last week. I may change it up for tomorrow and do like some earlier episodes or something. You'll just have to tune in and find out.
Okay. But until then, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.